Hello everybody! I'm going to have a go at making a little Easter garden and here are some ideas and you can make one too. So to start off with you need a saucer or a dish. This is a flower pot saucer about the size of a small plate, but you might have something in your recycling bin that you can use. And because mine is an Easter garden and I'm going to have some of the symbols for the Easter story, I need a tiny plant pot. The other things I've got are some pebbles and some soil or compost from your garden. And I've got some moss, which I picked out of the lawn, so that's quite good. There's a lot of moss in my lawn. And I've also picked some little flowers. Do be careful if you're picking flowers and do ask a grown-up. These are little primroses, which are very special and you should never pick those in the wild, but I've got a lot of them growing in my garden. And these bright yellow flowers, they're called, do you know what they are? They're dandelions. And if you pick those from your garden, I think your mummy or daddy would be very pleased because we don't normally want them growing in the grass. And then these little blue flowers, these are called forget-me-nots. And then I've got some tiny violets as well. So these are just some little spring flowers that I've got in my garden that I'm going to put into my Easter garden here. I've got a few other things, I'll show you those as we go. So to start off with, I'm going to put some soil in my garden. So here we go. And that'll be the base and hopefully it'll keep it nice and damp. And now I'm going to put my pot in and lean that over in my garden and then carry on putting a bit more soil on top. So we're going to see if we can get some plants growing, and I'll show you what I'm going to put in a second. So that's the base with my soil and my plant pot, a bit more compost. And now I'm going to put some stones in. So I've got a few pebbles to look pretty, and I thought I wanted a big round pebble to put as the opening for my little cave here, so that's going to stand at the side. And I've got a lot of moss, so I'm going to add a bit of greenery all around the edge, like so. And if you've got a little tiny bottle or a lid, you can use that as a little reservoir for water, so your plants will stay alive. So you could maybe put that in as well into your garden. And the thing that I want to see if it's going to grow is I've got some grass seed. I'm going to sprinkle that on top of my compost over here. It doesn't look very pretty at the moment, but if that grows, that'll be quite exciting. So that's my grass seed, a bit down there as well, possibly a bit too much moss. And that is about it, except for, because mine is going to be an Easter garden, I'm going to add a little piece of cloth inside there, and I'm going to make a cross from some twigs, because this is a Christian symbol for Easter. So I'm using a bit of wire to make a cross. You could use a paper clip and untwizzle it. This is just a little piece of garden wire to make my cross. So that's going to go over here. Hopefully that will stand up too. And I was just going to show you some little trees that I've made. They're not real trees. I've been growing them. Can you guess what this has grown from? There's another one here, little tiny plants growing. They're from the tops of, this one is a carrot, and this is from the top of a parsnip. So I was going to put this into my garden as well, then it would look like a tree growing. That can be, cover that up with the moss. Okay, and if you want to make some growing carrot or parsnip tops, all you have to do is just cut a very small piece off the top of your carrot. Now, I'm using a very sharp knife here, so this is really a job that you need your mum or dad to help you with, or a grown-up, and just take a tiny bit off the top of your carrot, just the bit that you would if you were going to peel them and eat them. You might take a little bit off and leave that in some water, and after a few days you'll find that it's sprouted. So I could put that in as well. So I'm thinking I've got most of the things in my garden. I think maybe I put my flowers nearby to make it look really pretty. So have a go at making a teeny tiny garden or an Easter garden like mine and have fun.